Hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm coming to you from my car again for week 33 update. So let me just jump in the numbers, and then I have a few things I want to talk about, and then I'll leave you alone. So, week 33. I started this journey on April, not August. Apparently somebody had said that I kept saying August in my last video. I started this journey in April, on April 26, 2012 is when I had my vertical gastric sleeve, VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Anyways, my best friend pointed out that I was saying that wrong too. So whatevs. I weighed in at 356, and this morning when I got on the scale, I weighed 238. So I had a 2-pound gain this week. Now, let me just say there's two reasons for that. The first one is I am currently in the middle of my lady time. So all you females, you know, most of the time there's some fluid retention during that time. Actually, I said two reasons, but really there's three. The second one is I didn't exercise one time last week, not once. My BFF and one of her kids had the flu, and then I had the stomach virus Wednesday and Thursday. And Friday, I babysat for a couple at church, and then Saturday we had something to do, and then Sunday I was gone all day to a Christmas thing. It's like a music show. So I did not exercise, and to be quite honest, yesterday was the first time I've exercised in like a week and a half. So, I mean, the week before I worked out all the time, maybe before that, but last week I didn't do a blasted thing. So, I got that going on, and that's my fault. And I really thought that I did not want to work out last night, and I really thought that after being there, I was like not feeling it, and I really thought I was not going to be able to do as much just because it'd been, you know, a little over a week since I'd exercised last. But it was fine, and I picked up where I normally do, and I had a good workout, so I was feeling good about that. And the other reason for the 2 pounds, this goes kind of hand in hand with lady time, but not really. I've been having trouble getting my water in. Actually, that's my shout out for today. I need some tips on that. I know I did not post a tip and trick video for Tuesday. I actually recorded one, but then I didn't post it, and I'm sure nobody lost sleep over that, because I don't know that anybody even cares that I post those. But I need some tips on how people are getting their water in. I typically, just in general, before surgery, I have always just held on to a lot of water. Why? I don't know. I mean, I've always been active, and even at my largest weight, I was always pretty active. But for some reason, I just held on to water. I always have, always do. I don't know why. And then I'd gone to the doctor, and she'd given me some medication, and honestly, it didn't even work that well. I mean, sometimes it worked, sometimes it wouldn't. I convinced myself I was fixing to have a heart attack or had heart disease, and that's why my feet and my ankles swelled so bad. And I don't really have the swelling like that anymore now that I've lost over 100 pounds, 119. Woo-woo. But I still just hang on to water. I don't know why. My body just likes it, I guess. So technically, I probably should be getting more than 64 ounces of water. However, I struggle with getting that much. I would love to get more than that. So that's why I'm reaching out to you guys for advice. I want to know how you plan your day to get so much water in. Now, let me say this. This is tricky, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but as several of you probably know if you've watched my videos before, I travel. I'm in the car all day long. I do home visits with small children, and some of my homes are not the cleanest. So it is really, really difficult. Just when I do drink my 64 ounces of water, because I have to potty every 5 minutes, and it's not doable. My visits are an hour long, and we live in a very rural area, so it is not convenient for me to have to potty every 5 minutes. First of all, I'm not a huge public restroom person, but you kind of get over that. And it's not so much that, it's just that I don't want to go into some of my homes and use the potty. Some of my homes are fine. Some of my homes I would not ever use the potty in. The home visits I make. And since a lot of my families live in the boonies, it's not very convenient to be in the boonies, drive all the way back to a town where there's a gas station to potty, and then turn around and go all the way back to the boonies. So I do, even though I know I need to get the water in, and I honestly need to get more than 64 ounces, it is just a struggle to get the 64 ounces for more than one reason, because it's just hard for me, and because I'm on the road, and it's really inconvenient to have to stop and potty. They've increased our numbers at work, the amount of children that we can serve, so my numbers have gotten even higher, so my visits are literally been back to back. Now, that's not to say that I don't have cancellations or have days where, like today, I had several, one of my visits, they were a no-show, and then at another home, and then another one canceled. So I did have some time this afternoon, but that's not always the case. I mean, sometimes I have the 5 or 10 minutes just barely in between my visits just to get from one visit to the next. So very, very busy. But I want to know how you guys are getting all that water in and getting more than 64 ounces. Because if I get up at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, I have to take my my prescription Prilosec, the omeprazole or whatever. I still take that every day. And, you're supposed to wait like 30 minutes to an hour. I actually think it's an hour before eating anything. So sometimes during that time, I get some drinks in. But even then, after you got to wait 30 minutes to an hour before you can have something to eat. Or 30 minutes before you can have something to eat. And then after you eat, you have to wait like 30 minutes to an hour. And I think my surgeon had actually told me 30 minutes, but sometimes I need more than 30 minutes. It depends on what I eat and what the density of it was. Sometimes I need 45, sometimes I need an hour. Sometimes, like if I make myself full, I'm not ready to drink anything in an hour. Like you can just tell when I take a drink, it just sits there. So, I've gotten better about taking water with me, like, into my home visits, and I try to sip during that time. So if I don't do that, then I only have that few minutes in the car. And the only trouble about taking water in, well, one, the germs back and forth from being in the homes and the germs of a water bottle in my mouth. And two, when you've got little kids under the age of 3 and you pop open a bottle of anything, they're looking at you like, I want a drink. Or sometimes they'll ask for a drink. And that doesn't happen. Now, that's a great opportunity to encourage mom and dad to use some signs or help the child. Well, there's some learning opportunities in there to get a sippy cup, but, you just feel bad. So, I don't know. I'm dealing with that. But how do you get your water in? Let me know. I do drink more in the evenings probably, when I know I'm really trying to get all my water in. But again, you got to space it out in between your meals. And if you, like some days I'm just hungrier. And sometimes those days that I'm hungrier and I hadn't had my water, I know, I'm like, you know what? I haven't had all my water today. Or haven't had much water today. That may be why I'm hungrier. But then if you have a snack, so you got to work around the snack. So what do you guys do? I need help. One thing I want to show you, even though I've gained 2 pounds this week, this picture I put on Facebook. So if you're friends with me, you probably saw this already. I don't know if you can see that good. This one, This one is December last year, 2011. And then that one is December this year, just a few weeks ago. But it's incredible the difference. It's 19, 20 pounds there difference. And my husband's lost a little weight too. Of course, he looks funny with that big beard. But anyways, I just wanted to share that. Because if you're not friends with me on Facebook, you probably didn't see it. But, even though I gained 2 pounds, I'm really proud of the work I've done so far. And, again, 2 pounds on the big scheme of things is not that big of a deal. Okay, guys, running out of time. Have a great day. Bye.